Guys, short and sweet on UL approval here. I'm going to have a video that's got a really in-depth UL approval on it because I've been working with UL. We've been communicating by emails. I have watched webinars. These webinars were meant for the manufacturers. I watched another webinar that's meant for the bike dealers. They're pretty intense. What these bikes are going to go through are pretty intense to get UL approved. There's a lot of companies out there that have UL approval on their websites. Just to be aware of this. Doesn't mean the entire bike is UL approved. For the bike to be UL approved, and some of these websites say this, the UL approval is UL 2849, okay? That is the one that New York looks for. On that bike, if it is UL 2849 approved, certified, it's going to have a sticker on it, okay? That sticker has serial numbers on it. It's got quite a bit on it. It's got a hologram on it because they want to make sure that there's no counterfeit ones out there. Normally UL approvals, you pick something up, it says UL approved on it, whatever. This is a little bit elaborate, big sticker like I said, and it has that hologram on it, so you're going to know that it's true. So every component on that bike has to be UL approved. I'm talking the throttle, I'm talking the wiring, I'm talking the battery, I'm talking the battery charger, I'm talking the motor, everything electrical on that bike. That's all they're concerned with is the electrical part of the bike, not the components on the bike. But I would like to see these manufacturers start to standardize these things, because I am what they call a tinkerer, okay? And that word was used in one of these webinars that I watched. And they know that there's tinkerers out there. We like to make our bikes our own. But once we tinker with this bike, it is no longer UL certified. It is UL certified if I happen to change the throttle from, say, a twist throttle to a thumb throttle, and I buy a thumb throttle that is UL approved, then that bike continues to have its UL approval. So all of these components that we buy, batteries, battery chargers, thumb throttles, twist throttles, gauges, all need to be UL approved, and they should have the same pins and the same wiring on it as far as I'm concerned. That way we can change this stuff. It's going to make it a lot easier for these manufacturers to assemble these bikes if everything that they're putting in, it's UL approved. So the throttle company that they're buying them from, if it's UL approved, they've paid UL to approve that throttle. It's one more component that the bike manufacturer doesn't have to have approved. So I would think that the manufacturer should push their component companies to get UL approved, so that all they got to do is bolt this stuff on. So when they go to have their bike checked out by UL, so the UL approval can be done by independent companies if they're certified through UL. Some of these manufacturers right now are advertising that they're UL approved, and I don't think that they're intentionally misleading people. I think they just don't understand, because I didn't understand. I don't think a lot of people understand what this UL approval means. So they're putting, say, a UL approved battery on a bike, and they're going, hey, the bike's UL approved. It's not. Every component on that bike electrically has to be approved. So there's going to be a sticker on it, like I said, hologram on a sticker. Make sure that thing's on the bike if you think you're buying one that's UL approved. And I think it's going to be important down the road. All these bikes will be grandfathered in, so if you got an older one. I talked to a bike shop owner, and this is how I started getting, I was like, oh, this would be a great thing to research and to do a video about. So I talked to the guy. He was telling me that in the state of New Hampshire, they warned him that they are going to be doing the same thing that New York did. And I think you're going to find over the next couple of years, all the states will follow suit. New York has done a lot of spent their money on figuring out the right way to do this. So I think a lot of states are going to save the buck. They're going to just basically put in the same rules that New York did. And I think, like I said, over the next couple of years, you're going to see more and more states jumping on. So I know that New Hampshire is down the road from doing this. This guy is purging all the bikes that he has in his shop, and he's making sure that they're UL-approved bikes. Those 60-volt batteries will no longer be, they're not UL-approvable. UL will only go up to 52 volts on their, well, they'll go up to 60 volts, okay, is the cutoff. So it's going to be a 52 volt battery is what I'm saying. So at no time can that bike, any of the circuits, have over 60 volts in it. And if you have a 60 volt battery, that battery is when fully charged, it's probably sitting at 65, 66 volts, something like that. So that battery, that is a non-certifiable battery. So you're never going to see anything probably over a 52 volt battery. I think you're going to find the 48 volt batteries are going to go away. You're going to see 52 volts on these because we're all demanding, you know, bigger capacity on these batteries, and we want to be able to drive them farther and so on and so forth. So I really think 52 volts is going to be the standard out there at some point. So that's all I wanted to say about these the UL approval. As you know, just be aware, and you know, do with it what you want. And but you know, I think it's something that we're all going to have to consider down the road. And I just wanted to do this quick video so that if you are looking at a bike to be UL approved, don't just trust the website. I've been down that road. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like, give me a comment. Thanks, guys.